Hi everyone, this is Gayle. Welcome to my channel tonight. We are doing some crazy hat night. We're also having a little bit of technical difficulties, so bear with us. Laurel from Candy the Wee Service Dog just had to come off the screen, but I'm sure she'll be back on in just a few minutes. So anyway, I thought since there's a lot going on these days. I thought we would just have something fun. Oh, here's Laurel. She's back. Hey, you all.
I still see two of them. I'm seeing us side by side, but then I got another one off to the side, so I don't get what I've done to my screen, but I'm not going to
I
worry
don't
about
know.
it. I don't know
Thanks,
either.
Women's Station Channel. Lori, if you want to come on in a little bit and share some of your book, we talked about you joining us and reading. I'm not sure if any of my Facebook messages ever got to you, but if you decide you want to after you cook or whatever, let me know.
Oh, yeah. Hi,
Yeah.
girl.
So it's Crazy Hat Night. I thought we could just have some fun. I had to get out my boa for it too.
So Valerie's on.
I'm over here. The dog is looking at me like, have you lost your mind?
Well, Valerie joined the chat.
Hi, Valerie.
She said hi to us.
Okay, Gayle, thanks. You're welcome. Just let me know whenever. So, yeah. So anyway, I just thought it'd be just kind of fun. And we could talk about a few people who have typically worn hats through the years. And I went back to like old Hollywood stuff to get some people up, but I'm sure you're going to recognize the names that I got. So we'll look at that. And one of them, honestly, Valerie, I thought about you when I picked Greta Garbo because she wears a lot of those or wore a lot of those cute bucket hats. And I know you've been making some. So that's why I picked her. So anyway, you all, hi, my name is Gayle, and welcome to my hashtag Be Bodacious channel, where we're all about not letting life get in the way of living. And I am joined by Laurel over here, and she is Candy the Wee Service Dog. So Laurel, if you want to tell us about you.
Okay, hi, I'm Laurel. I have a small service dog. She's a 6.5 pound Chihuahua. I've had her she's going to be 11. I got her when she was 13 months, so I've had her almost 10 years. She's been a service dog for 7. The first couple of years, she was an emotional support animal. So during that time is when I trained her to be a service dog. So she's legally been a service dog for 7.5 years, something like that. Yeah, I was trying to find some.
And she's cute.
Yeah, unfortunately, when I told you there was that fire down a couple of doors down from me, some of my stuff got damaged, and there was some of my crazy hats. So mine got damaged, but I do have Candy. So let me know whenever you want me to put I was going to try to find some photos, but I got too many of them. So let me know when you want me to put a hat on and off. But we can kind of let people judge her hat, what they like the best.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you ready for the first one?
Sure. I'm ready for the first one. Are you all ready? Those of you in the chat, are you ready?
Yeah, let us know you're ready for Candy to start her hat parade, whatever you want to call it. Come here, Candy. Come. Good girl. All right, now this is her spring and summer hats. We do have matching ones, but like I said, I have to watch mine because I got a little bit of mildew. All right, Candy, can you see the camera? She's got a little flower on it. Just turn it a little bit. Can you see the flower?
Oh, I can. Can you all see the flowers? And yes, they said ready.
So Lori or Valerie, what do you think of Candy's hat? And she wears it. She doesn't. I mean, when we go out doing errands, she'll wear them. She doesn't even try to pull them off. So that's the funny thing. She does All right, so that's her spring. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's her spring and summer. And then here's, of course, for when it gets cold. Believe me, she likes this one because when it's cold, her little head gets like I don't know.
Women's Station Channel is saying so cute, and Valerie is saying so awesome.
Yeah, so here's her. Now the funny thing is they had several of these kind of hats. Can you see that? You know, it's
Oh,
got the flaps. They
Candy,
had
you're
several of them.
adorable.
Well, I'll have to show you the video one day when we were in Myers shopping for winter cats. I let her pick out which one she wanted, and she wanted to try this one on. And I always ask,
Aw.
can I put it on my animal? Because I don't want them getting upset that I'm contaminating. They said, oh, sure. So we tried different ones. And then, so I said, Candy, I'll have to show you. She was just looking like she is now. And I said, Candy, do you want to keep this up? And her ears went straight up and she was all happy. And so we left it on her up until the checkout. But yeah, this is her, what do you call these kind of hats? A lot of the guys wear, you know. Well, okay,
I don't know the name of it.
she's slipping on my slippery pants. But yeah, this is her winter hat. You know, like I said, it's got the flaps and all that. Can you say hi, Candy? Say hi.
I'm gonna
She
see if I
knows
can find a way to
everybody.
make it bigger. Whoops, wrong
Yeah.
way. Nope. Here we go.
Oh,
Here
there
we
we
go.
go. Yeah.
Yay!
Say hi, Candy. Candy, say hi.
Let's
She said,
see.
Mom, I'm not doing it. I'm interrupting her nap. Okay, so that's her winter hat. Now,
That's so
I have
cute.
some other ones. I have a 4th of July which, and I think that might have got in damage from that water damage because I had stuff
The water.
in boxes on the floor, and when that water came flooding in, some of the stuff had to be pitched. Now this is her Santa's helper hat. Man, it's got a paws on it. Oh, mommy,
Aw.
yeah, you like that, Candy? And mommy knew how to keep it on your head right. No, I'm just kind of rushing this. I'm sorry.
Aw.
Yeah, so, yeah. And then, like I said, I couldn't find the 4th of July one, but it's got those looks like little horn things sticking on it. It's got the long tassels. She's got
Right.
those. So she's got several. We do have one. We have the straw hat. We have matching hats, and then on I have a winter hat, and it's like a mint green, and it says dog, mama. And it's just a basic, winter knit hat. And then she has a bandana that says, um, uh, oh no, mine says fur mom, and hers says fur baby. And so she's got a
Aw, that's
bandana,
cute.
and then I have the hat to match. But a lot of times we do have matching hats or scarves or a combination of both. Yes.
Yeah, this was
One
the
thing,
most fun one I had, so that I could put
one
on.
thing
So,
I have to do about some dresses because her and I have a lot of same colored dresses that we match.
so see, you'll need a hat to match.
Yes, so that's Candy's hat show for you. I hope everybody liked
That's
that.
so cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
So, Gail, how many hats do you have? Tell the truth.
I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Valerie might remember this one. That's
Oh, yeah,
10.
Candy does have a baseball cap one. I'll have to find that.
11,
Yes,
12, 13. I
Yes.
don't know. Oh, wait, I've got some behind me.
Oh, yeah, I see those.
14,
Yeah. And then the one on your
15,
head.
16. I don't know.
And the one on your head.
Oh, yeah, that one. That
But
one.
yeah.
And then I've got a red and white one.
Thank you, Valerie. Yeah, Candy does
Valerie
like
says
that.
she loves the Santa hat.
Yeah, that's it. Candy does like to wear it when it's cold. She doesn't mind. Yeah, she'll wear her shoes. She's got a fancy snowsuit. That girl has a wardrobe, I'm telling you.
Good. She
But
should. She's
yeah,
so cute.
yeah.
She's so cute. Oh, I've got a couple of hats out in the car too. Oops.
Oh no, no. What about
I've
John?
got a
Does he
few.
wear hats much or not?
Say that again, please.
Does John wear hats very much or not?
He wears ball caps.
Well, that's what Walter used to wear. But back when we first got married, he had a lot of fedoras, and he had the fancy hat box because there's a famous hat store in Cincinnati where they custom made the whatever hat you want. But he had a different colored fedora for each of his suits. So he had the
Ooh.
three-piece suits. He had the jacket, the vest, the pants, the silk, you know, hanky, and then he had all these fedoras. And he did on that, and then he had the matching shoes with us. So he had more shoes and hats than I ever had. Yeah, I mean,
How's that?
but his were custom made. I mean, there was in so many colors, and they matched his suit. Yeah, we used to laugh that he had more shoes and hats than my mom. My mom was one of those kind. She had to have matching hat, shoes, purse, and back in the day when you wore gloves to church, she had matching gloves. So she was wearing blue. Everything was blue on her. And I remember wearing gloves to church. Do you remember that doing that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Some. I only got to do that a couple of times, but
Oh, okay.
it was fun. You know, there used to be a time in our lives where hats and gloves and the whole glamour look was in. I wish
Yeah.
we could get back to that because it's just kind of a fun thing.
Yeah. Hi,
So,
busy
hi.
lady. Busy lady's in.
Hey. Okay. Yep. One
Busy
moment,
lady,
please.
you'll have to check out Candy's hat
Yep. Good.
after the
Ooh,
live stream.
good gift.
We
Now,
did a little
go to
quick
bed.
uh
You're not supposed to be
yeah.
up. Go to bed. Sorry about that. Hey, bed. I know. I don't want you to have to either, but you got to go to bed. He's like, but
And,
that's all I get to do now.
oh, poor boy.
You either have to go to bed in here or in there. I know. I'm sorry. Come here. All right, you can do it in here. Come here. One moment, please. There we go. Sorry about that, you all.
Oh, that's okay.
But he's supposed to stay in his crate unless he goes outside, and I guess he just came back in. But
Oh,
she said that the vet said that we could put him in a room as long as it didn't have furniture that he could get up on. So I've realigned his bed in here, just so we could do that. That way, he's not as lonely because he likes his kennel, but he's getting a little tired of being in the kennel. So
okay.
yeah,
Is he
that's
allowed to play with
it.
toys in his kennel or no?
He can have his toys,
In the
and he
kennel.
does have some in his kennel. It's just I think he's getting bored with being in the kennel, and I think you know when you take some of these medicines, it makes you feel weird, and I think that's happening too.
Yeah, and then like I said, it's like if you were staying in a hospital bed, you get tired of that, even if you could change positions and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
Um, were you going to share about anything about Pipsy tonight or no?
I can. I was going to share later, but I can.
Okay.
I can share some tonight. Hey,
Yeah.
Valerie. I don't know if you remember this. Valerie and I got together a few years ago, and she gave me a hat. She gave John one too,
Oh,
but
okay.
this is the one she gave me, and I pulled it
Oh,
out.
okay.
Also wanted to point out it's got the ribbon on it, the pink ribbon. What's
Oh,
that
yes,
way
yes.
for Breast Cancer Awareness Month? So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to make sure I had that. So
Yeah,
anyhow, so yeah, we can talk about the dog, or we can keep talking about hats and people who wore
yeah.
them. Valerie does remember the hat.
No.
Yay! That's so awesome. We had so much fun that night. So, yeah. And I thought the hat was super cute. So,
Yeah.
anyway, yay. So, okay, about the dog, real quick. Actually, let's just keep on doing fun stuff, and then I'll talk about him a little bit later.
Okay.
So,
I just have to leave at 8, because I have some things I've got to take care of.
okay,
So I'm on till 8. So about
okay.
it's
Well, maybe about
7:24.
10 till then.
Okay, that'd be great.
Okay. So let's talk a minute about hats. Valerie, I picked out Greta Garbo because I know you've made some bucket hats. So I picked her out thinking about you. And she has been in like tons of movies from the old Hollywood glamour time, from like A Woman of Affairs, The Kiss, and such like that. So I've got a picture of her I'm going to show of her wearing a bucket hat. And that is coming up. Ah, as soon as I get the right buttons. Share screen. Here we go. Let's see. Wrong one. Hold on. There we go. Here we are. There we go. Greta Garbo rocking, as she always did, a bucket hat. And then,
Oh.
we've got some other photos too down here. These are not all Greta Garbo by any means, but that's an Amazon link. Go away. We don't want to see Amazon hats. All right, back to her. Anyway, she just represents that old Hollywood glamour style that I wish we could sometimes, go back to because it was just such a neat time period. Don't y'all think? I
Yeah.
mean, and we've got several. Oh, Busy Lady. Busy Lady is, of course, here. I don't know if I said that earlier or not, but I meant to. Stellar Piper is in, so hi, Stellar Piper.
Hi,
Hey, what's
Stellar.
up, Valerie? So, yay! Good to see all of you all. So, I'm going to change
Yeah.
hats since we're talking about Hollywood glamour here.
Yeah.
Also, so I had to do that for a bucket hat. And like I was trying to find a bucket hat that I could wear for this for when I talked to her. And the closest thing I got was my little crocheted hat. But it's not really a bucket hat. I gotta fix that.
Okay.
I will have to get a bucket hat at some point. So yeah, that's as close as I got. Back
But
to the
I've always been a bandana girl. I sent you a picture in Messenger if you want to share that, where I got a bandana on my head, but I try to make it match my outfit.
Okay.
And then I got a picture of Santa and my husband and and I have my kind of Christmassy bandana, and my husband has his. I think he's got a pink up
Okay.
there.
I'm getting it now.
So I'll show you a couple of pictures. It says one with my husband.
There
And
you go.
yeah, because I try to match my bandanas. Now I wear scarves that you can kind of tie in a knot kind of thing. Yeah.
Oops, going back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there you are in your bandana. We got you. We got you.
Yeah. You got the one with
Oh,
the
gotcha. Now, Busy Lady. Okay, Valerie says she doesn't really wear ball caps, and which I don't blame you. Busy Lady says she's good but a bit pooped. Oh, that's probably Stellar Piper's going back to that. Okay. And Busy says she only does winter hats usually because they make her too hot.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, it was, I got it, this summer just about killed me. I had all these plans to take all these hats with me and then take photos this summer. But going across New Mexico and Texas and parts of Oklahoma, when the heat index was like above 110, I was like, I didn't want any kind of hat. So I really feel you, Busy Lady. I really do. completely feel you on that one. So, and let's see what Stellar Piper's got to say. Brunch with a friend, amazing cannoli, hit the farmer's market, and then rearranged her closet. Gotcha. I'm glad to know you're taking care of your closet. And she says, okay, Stellar says she does hats in the sun or after in EEG, but that's pretty much it. And that
Okay.
makes sense. And you got to wear them in the sun, right? You got to protect yourself.
You're right.
So good. And after an EEG, that just kind of, it can perk you up to wear a hat after the EEG because they're just fun. They're just fun. And let's see. Valerie says she has to wear sun hats or the top of her head will burn. There you go. Sun hats are super important.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got Justin Melo's music and vlogs in. He does Music Mondays, if you all don't know. He does music on Mondays where he sings, and a lot of times it's a duet, but he does a nice job. So it's good to see you, Justin. Oh, Busy saying Stellar had a good and productive day.
Oh, that's good.
I guess she did with cleaning out her closet. Yay!
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
had
change
to do a lot of that. With that flooding into our building, our apartments, it was just a mess.
that. Okay.
Still cleaning up from that.
Yeah. So this hat's kind of a beanie. I'm gonna have to put like a flower on the side of it, I think.
Yeah.
Don't you think it needs a great big flower or maybe a pom pom or something?
Well, I had a friend, she used
Right.
to like to wear those fishing hats. You know what they look like, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
And then what she did, wherever she traveled, she collected different pins. Like if she went to Maine or she went to Florida, and so she would add those to that hat. So her fishing hat had a whole bunch of different pins on it to go with whatever state she was, visiting, and she loved to go fishing. So yeah, that was her hobby. Put pins to add to her uh, her tap. And the one when she went to Florida, it was an alligator pin that says, "Oops, I went fishing and this is what I caught," and it's an alligator, and it kind of dangles from her hat, so it
Oh
made it look like
wow.
it made it look like that she caught an alligator instead of a fish. But yeah,
I'm still working on this hat. Speaking of dangling, I've got didn't realize that I had the edge of it dangling.
yeah.
Whoops. But yeah, there's one I'm still working on. I think I made it a bit too big.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I'm
No.
actually going to be making a gentleman some cats. He lives in our building,
Yeah,
and
that's way too big.
he already told me he didn't mind if I shared the picture of the hat because he needs a new one. So I'm gonna share that with you.
Okay.
Because these are getting older, so he wants a new one made. So I'm gonna be
Okay.
doing that.
And Women's Station Channel saying she wears a lot of page boy hats, and that she loves flowers on her hat.
Well, now Paige has. I'm trying to think. What does that look like, Gail?
I'll pull it up. I don't want to
Okay.
say. They're cute. Let's pull it up. Here we go. Share screen. Da, 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 da.
Yes, I don't see anything yet.
There we go.
Oh, okay, yes. You know what? That's what my granddaughter liked, but she would wear the
Those are
ones that
cute.
had,
Those look sharp.
but the ones she liked had sequins or glitter or some kind of, fancy colors. Yeah, the teen girls like to wear that, and she liked it because she
That's
could
cool.
stuff her hair up in it. Yeah.
Yes. And in honor of flowers, since you said
Yes.
you like wearing flowers on your hat,
Yeah. Yeah,
Here's my hat with flowers.
I'm having to
Here we
wait
go.
till mine dries out. So.
And let's see, Valerie says she's knitting Christmas hats for newborns right now.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm
Awesome,
also
awesome.
the local hospital that the one that we have several, the closest one to me. They started up their program again where you crochet preemie baby hats, and that I do that on the smallest loom that you can get. It's really to make pom poms. I make preemie hats and donate those. But during COVID, they had stopped the program and they started it back up early in the summer. I had such a crazy summer I didn't get any done. So I'll be working on those this winter when the weather's got me feeling down or bored or whatever. I'll
Gotcha.
be doing those. So I'll have some samples of those, but that you know how small the preemies are. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
about the size of the palm of my hand. Is there? Well, you've had a preemie grandbaby, you know how that is. So I make the preemie hats. They're made out of 100% cotton, so it's not because the skin's delicate and they can develop skin allergies. So yeah. And then what they want you to do is they actually don't want you to wash them because they've got a special solution to wash it. They want you to keep the
Now, some
creamy
hospitals
skin.
do want them washed.
Yeah, but see
Some
what
do.
they
You
found
have to
out.
check.
But they found out that some of the preemies are allergic to like draft and some of the ivory and some of those, even those um perfume and dye-free ones. So they prefer you just, I mean, you can wash them in the machine, but they don't want you to put any detergent. You can, just wash them with, and you send them through a rinse cycle. And then, like I said, when you take them, then they will take care of washing them.
But
So,
some places, like we got to check with the hospital because some hospitals do want the hats washed,
yeah,
and they'll
I
tell you what to
understand.
wash them in and stuff. Let's see,
Well, see,
Tanya's in. Hey, Tanya,
yeah, see,
welcome.
they won't
She
go directly
says,
to they're not going to go directly to the infants. They're going to go to the coordinator of the HAP program, and
right.
she will watch them at the hospital. The only thing they ask you to do is put them in like a garbage bag and tie it up that way, and then
Okay.
they'll take care of it. Yeah. So I'll
Got
be doing that again.
Okay. So Tanya's in and she just asked me, hey, Gayle, why are we not getting notifications? I unsubscribed and resubscribed and I'm still not getting them. And Busy Lady said she's not either. Um,
Oh, okay.
the only, I'm not sure.
I
I think
think
I
I
have an
have.
idea.
Yeah, I've been getting them. I don't know
Here's
why.
my idea. That's probably why we're not getting notifications out. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Okay, Valerie got a notification.
Yeah,
Yay!
I can do mine. Yeah.
And oh, Busy, I didn't get your notification. And I'm not getting Mail's notifications either. Like
Now
I,
that's
I
what
randomly saw him. So
I
yeah,
had to check on him
subscribe
myself.
and unsubscribe is the best thing.
Yeah, I just go ahead and check on him sometimes because I haven't gotten any of his the same thing. Yeah, but I
Okay.
think yours too. But I don't know. Is it because not only am I subscribed, but I think I do the member thing where I contribute money, and I don't know if
And
that's
I
why I
appreciate your
get.
membership a
Yeah,
lot.
but I wonder if that's why I get them more because I'm doing that. I don't know. Who knows?
Well,
You know what?
I appreciate it a lot.
You know what Facebook did to me? Like I said that I violated community standards. That's
Yeah.
but here's the reason. So
Shame on you.
when you asked them what it was the reason, it was because I was trying to get likes, comments, and followers. I'm going like, well, what's the point of having social media if you don't
Right?
want somebody to like your post or comment on it or follow you? Then what's the point of being
I
on?
don't know. I don't know.
So I asked
But
them to
but
reevaluate that reasoning because I said it in a professional way, but I basically said it didn't make any sense because it was contrary to what social media was for.
it kind of is. So I don't. Maybe they thought you were spamming. Does she look like a hard time spammer to you all?
Yeah,
Does Laura look like?
no, but they didn't even say it was spam. They said it was because I was wanting likes, comments, and followers. Not spam.
Oh wow, I don't know. But Tanya said she couldn't read my reason, and I said, well, that. And so Tanya, what I said was that YouTube's a meanie. So yeah. And here we go. Women's Station Channel says that she's willing to give her poetry book to shelters. Let her know. That's exciting.
Mhm,
Maybe you could get some sponsorships where they would buy the book from you, even if it was
mhm,
at a reduced rate. They could still maybe buy the book from you, and then the
yeah,
person donate the book. Maybe that could happen.
yeah.
So yeah, and Busy Lady says she doesn't get notifications for any channels that she has the bell turned on. So
Wow.
yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew what's up with that. And Tanya says she likes all kinds of hats, that she wants a cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah. Now my husband got an authentic one when we went down to Kentucky. In northern Kentucky, they have a Denny's restaurant, and it's connected to this big gas station, like stop and go store because it's a truck stop. And
Okay.
so there's actually like a mid-sized uh, connector tunnel that you go in and you go from the restaurant into the store. So you don't have to even go outside to
Okay.
go. Yeah, and so I got
I've
him
seen some
a
like that.
cowboy. I got him a cowboy hat. But yeah, I'm trying to think.
That's
I think
cool.
it's in tough.
I bet he had a
No,
lot of fun with it.
I know where it's in Florence, Kentucky. So if Stellar ever gets up to Florence, Kentucky, tell her to stop in the Denny's there.
There you go, Stellar.
Because you can eat at Denny's and then go into the store and they got all kinds of, you know, Kentucky souvenirs and stuff. And of course, they got the hats like when they do for the derby and all that stuff, they got that kind of stuff. So they got scarves like what you got and all that for the ladies, how they do that for the Churchill Downs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. Kentucky is very into hats, especially in May when they do the Derby. So, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, my
It
friend,
makes sense now. I hadn't made that connection, but when you said Florence and Derby, those,
yeah,
those, those
and then
dots connected.
well, they go to the Churchill Downs and all that. Yeah, yeah,
And
but
let's see. Okay, Tanya says she has a prayer request. Okay, Tanya, what is it? Okay, she says I see it now. Her friend Ann lost her mother last week. We'll keep her in prayer. We'll keep her in prayer. Don't forget to post it over in the group too if you want to. And she says it's expected. The lady was 101, 102 years old, but Ann's going through chemo and cancer, and they've told her she's terminal and it's very stressful. Gotcha. She doesn't need the added stress. Absolutely
yeah,
not. Sure. Yeah, we'll put her in prayer too. She's still on my prayer list, so
mhm,
we'll put her mom's family
yeah.
on the
So
prayer list
sorry.
for too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. So another famous woman with hats that I thought was pretty cool that I wanted to bring up was Betty Davis.
Mhm.
Betty Davis. Now, she
Mhm.
is, was a femme fatale, shall we say, um, in the older days. And I wanted to go older just because there's that glam factor. and here we go. Here she is in her hat. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful kind of black and white, kind of a fascinator type.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, and of course she's really famous for her eyes and some of the roles
Mm-hmm.
that she played. But yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to bring her up and a couple of the other folks that we're going to be looking at. Um, I just kind of wish we could go back to a little bit of that glamour era. So that's why
Yeah.
I brought her up. And
Mm-hmm.
let me bring this one up. Marlene Dietrich. She was German. She was an American actress, but she's German, and her career started from the 1910s all the way through the 1980s. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that she was as recent as the 1980s, but she did a bunch of roles. Let me see, six
Mm-hmm.
iconic roles directed by Sternberg, and that was Morocco, Dishonored, Shanghai Express, Blonde Venus, The Scarlet Empress, and The Devil is a Woman, Desire, and Destiny Rides Again. And
Yeah.
became one of, this says she became one of the era's highest paid actresses.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Um, of course, it's at a time when, women still weren't making a lot of money. But I'm going to pull her up. And what famous women can you all think of that wore hats, you
Well,
all?
I'm just gonna say, I was looking. Lucille Ball wore a lot of different kind of hats like that. A lot of them were those like three-pointed kind of hats. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. And this is not on, this is, I mean, on her TV show she did silly hats, but this is where she actually had really nice hats. So if you Google that, you'll see, yeah, she even wore a fedora.
Okay.
This is pretty nice, look kind of sophisticated. Yeah,
A fedora, you say? Okay. Let me
yeah, she
see
wore a fedora, she wore different hats.
images. I'm looking. Oh, she wore quite a bit number, quite a lot of hats.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm gonna
That was surprise.
pull her
That
up
was
and we'll
surprise.
flip through it.
Yeah.
Valerie says Minnie. I do have Minnie Pearl here.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
meant her to email it. Okay. Queen Elizabeth, Tanya says we can check her up. Stellar Piper saying Jackie O. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to share the screen here for Miss Lucille Ball. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that she was such a hat lady.
Yeah, she was really a pretty woman, I mean, she made herself silly on her TV show, but like she was in.
Well, I mean, she may have been silly on her TV shows. I mean, that was
Well,
part of her persona. I mean, that's how she made it.
yeah, but this is before her show. This is when she was in movies and she wore those hats in movies. Yeah. Yeah.
This one's just amazing. I can't
Yeah.
imagine wearing this hat that she's got on. I would be like
Yeah.
hitting every door frame. Oh wait, I'm short. No, I wouldn't. I would be thinking about hitting every door frame. That's so cool. And I do have Minnie Pearl. I've got her up here. And she was Grand Old Opry lady, 1912 to 1996. That was her character. Her real name was Sarah Ophelia, which I can see why she went by Minnie Pearl. Known, of course, for that price tag always on her hat. And I'm trying to pull her up right now so I can share the screen. Here we go. Here we go. She was just a beautiful lady. She never wore much makeup and stuff, but when
Right.
you saw her, she was really pretty.
Yeah. Gail, if you Google Kentucky Derby hats, it'll bring hats up.
Kentucky Derby hats. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, they've got some really crazy looking ones. You talk about some of them have them so high, like you talk about. I don't even know how they keep their head up straight. Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you find it?
Not yet. I've got Jackie Kennedy pulled up here, so let me share this, and then we'll get back to
Okay.
it. Da-da-da-da-da. Whoops, Audrey Hepburn. Jackie Kennedy. Here we go. Her very iconic hat there. Very iconic hat. She was just a stylish, just a really fascinating persona there. And let's see, Kentucky Derby hats. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
And
well, if you
okay,
they're authentic or authentic shows the most hats and the wildest ones. Yeah.
okay. I've got Audrey Hepburn pulled up here too. I'll
Yeah.
pull her up. If there was ever a woman that did glam, there you go. There you go. It's Miss Audrey in her hat.
Oh yeah.
Very pretty. I love that. Okay. So, who else did we have? Queen Elizabeth was mentioned, I think.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Here we go. Wait a minute. Okay, there she is. There she is in her hat.
Yeah.
Now she had some really fancy, obviously being the queen.
Yeah, it was a hat person. Yes, she was.
So, yeah, there you go. I don't know why. Oh, okay. Walmart, I guess, sponsored that. Gotcha. Anyway, stylish, sophistication. There she is. I think that's one of the things about hats. In addition to it being, just fun, it has in certain circumstances. Now, obviously, this is not going to be your glamorous stylist sophistication, but I think that in with the right hat and the right person, you've got that persona there.
Yeah.
So yeah. And let's see, Tanya says, oh, she didn't know that was Minnie Pearl's real name. Yeah, I don't blame her for keeping it hidden because that as a stage name, Sarah Ophelia, that's just not going to work too well. But she's a Tennessee gal, born outside of Nashville.
Oh, okay.
And she went to college at a time when women from Tennessee weren't expected to go to college, which I think is kind of cool. So, yeah. Okay, and Tanya said she has to go as she's falling asleep. I got you.
Okay.
You get some rest. Good night, Tanya. Thank you for coming in.
Tanya.
So, yeah. And I'm pulling up Kentucky Derby hats too now.
And I just sent you a Kentucky Derby hat, a bright red one sticking on a woman's head. Oh my
Okay.
goodness. They've got some pretty funny ones. And then here's a crazy looking pink one.
Looks like just about all kinds of hats.
Oh, I know, but the ones I said, the red one, and then there's a pink one. They both are kind of outrageous.
Let me see what you've got sent here.
Well, they're
you sent me a few photos. Let me pull these up.
Okay, and they actually wear those hats. I mean, like I said, my friend, her husband's a big shot lawyer, and they have to go to that, and they have to do the full dress up. I mean, she wears, the dresses that go with all that, and then her husband, they kind of it kind of reminds me of the early 1900s with the big bow tie where you tie, like it's more like almost like a ribbon kind of tie.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wow. Okay, so Laurel, I've got the picture up of you and Santa Claus and Candy. And is that your husband?
Yes.
He has a very nice face. He can very kind.
And
So
then,
there you are with that. And Santa Claus, Busy Lady said earlier that she rocks the Santa hat, like we saw Candy in earlier.
okay.
So now we have
Yeah.
you with Santa there. Let's see. Let me go the other way. Well, mean old computer. Okay. Well, I can't get back into what you sent. Hold on.
Oh, okay. On
I'm
Messenger.
hitting my mouse batteries are going south on me.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
here you go. Yeah, it's not you. It's me. It's the mouse. Oh, here. Okay, so you're showing us here. Here's a red hat that you're showing us.
No, well, that's the one I'm going to make the gentleman. But then there's a red hat. There's a lady with a red hat for the Kentucky Derby, and then down lower there's a pink one.
Okay.
The pink one's more outrageous. Yeah, keep scrolling. It's right down
Here's
there.
the red one. Here's the red one. There you go.
Well, I don't see the lady. I don't see it. It's not showing.
Oh, it's not. Can you also let me?
Yeah, it's you
Whoops.
only see a teeny top of it. It's like a sliver of it.
Well, fiddlesticks. Okay, let me go back. Does that help?
But I don't see it doing it.
No, it's not helping.
Mm-mm. I can resend it to you.
Okay.
Mm.
Whoops. I took it off and I'll pull it back up.
I'm sending the red
Can you
one.
all see it okay in the chat?
No, I don't see it in the chat or on what we're doing now.
And okay, here's the pink one.
Oh yeah, okay.
Actually, it came up red.
I just reset the red one. So if you scroll down to there, you'll see the
Okay,
red
that's
one.
what
Yeah.
happened then.
Yes.
The red one's really pretty.
What's covering the pink one up? That blue? Okay, yeah. Can you enlarge it?
And here's the pink one that you showed. Oh, look at
No.
all those flowers.
But can you enlarge it? Because we're just barely seeing one of those two little flowers. Is it possible to make it bigger?
Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go. I
Oh,
just clicked it.
because you really can't see it.
Well, hopefully that helped.
I'm not.
That could be that's a bridesmaid's bouquet, just about, don't you all think?
Yeah, I mean, some of them get so big and heavy. They said they feel like they're tipping
Wow.
over. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and I pulled up. Okay, Valerie says it wasn't showing. Okay, my
Yeah.
picture is frozen. Ah, let me try this again.
Okay.
There's green. Facebook.
Mhm.
Share. Hat. Enlarge. How's that? Is that showing?
Yeah, a little bit more. It is. Yeah, it's showing a little bit more, but not totally.
How's that?
It's better. I just don't know why I won't do that for you. I guess they're not liking you.
Let's see.
Oh, that's funny.
Let me see if I have anything. Oh, okay.
Mm.
It's got a second thing up. There we go. Now let me try it.
Okay. Well, I'm sending you a picture of a lady wearing a matching dress. She's got the hat and the dress. I'm sending. It's
How's
wild.
this? Did I do it?
That's exactly yes.
Did it came? Okay.
That's what the hat looks in it. That would be
That's
hard to
really
find.
pretty.
I just sent you a lady with a big old peach-colored hat and dress to match from the
Okay.
jersey. So yeah, and you should be getting that. I don't know. I wouldn't want that. Those dresses are pretty kind of hard to walk in, and that slit is cut pretty close to where it's not barely covering, you know, her legs. See that one? Yeah, that's a pink one. There's a hat that goes with it.
Okay.
It's a huge hat, It looks like she's wearing, really looks, I don't know what you want to call it. It's huge. It's not this big. It's not this thick. Yeah. I don't know how
It
she's
just
done
went
it.
away. I hit the wrong button on that one.
Yeah.
So
Do you
let me.
remember the commercial with the lady that wore all that fruit on her head? That commercial?
The
That's
commercial, yeah.
well,
Gosh,
that's
that's
how big
been.
this peach hat is that big. That's what I was wondering if you
Here we
could get
go.
a look there. It's called a large rose. This is huge, though.
Here we go.
Yeah, look at that. How'd you like to be
Woo.
walking in that, Gayle?
Not
Boy, you,
me. We'll put Stellar Piper in it.
I was gonna say, yeah, you have to have some good coordination to wear that. Not me. I'd be tripping and falling. Look at that. Yeah. See,
Wow. Yeah. No. No. No.
look at that slit goes all the way.
Yeah.
I'd be
And that's what I
modest.
had to do, Valerie. Click on it and then share it. I had to
Oh,
pull
is
it
that
up
what
in a
you
new
had to do?
tab and then share that tab and close out the
Oh,
other one. So
I
yeah.
see what you did. But I mean, look at the slit. It goes clear up to her
Yeah,
right
I was a little
practically.
crazy. A little crazy on that.
Oh, but I mean, they have even more
Here's some
wild.
derby hats in general. Let's see.
The more outlandish, the more people like it. I know one friend. Um, I don't know. I guess she went to one of those craft stores and got a bunch of little king bottles and put it all over her hat. Yeah, there's just so many things yeah, wow. The more wild, the better. But yeah, when I think of crazy hats, I think of the derby. I
Yeah.
guess because I like to watch
Here's
the
this one that I
derby.
thought was really pretty. It's a red one too, but they've
Yeah,
got it in different colors. Um,
yeah,
this came up when I just did a search under derby hats.
yeah,
That came up.
right.
I like all the tulle and the frou frou. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Some of them have almost like a veil and kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, Stellar's saying hard pass. Okay. She didn't like the pink outfit.
Yeah.
Can't imagine. Can't imagine. Okay.
So, Scott, you don't like the dress, huh?
Nope. So all right. So yeah, we'll talk about Pipsy for a minute. I just looked at the clock. It's 8 o'clock.
No, yeah, because I'm going to be going, so
So
yeah. I
yeah.
just briefly, I just want to know what your plans were.
Um I'm kind of making this up as I go because I don't really know what the plans are. Basically, he has been having problems with his leg, and he won't. Let me back up. He won't go down on a down stay well. He'll stay for a minute or two, and then he's back up if he's on a hard surface. Now, if he's on like a carpet with a thick pad, or a carpet like when you come in a door at the store, they have that rubber mat.
Yeah.
He'll go on that better. If he's on a thick towel, he'll go down on that and he'll stay, no problems. On a hard surface, he's almost like popcorn because I'll make him go down and then after a minute he pops back up.
Yeah.
And he just sometimes, um, what he'll do is after he's down, and after he's down a few minutes, he starts whining. And then after a minute or two of that, sometimes right after he goes down, he will jump up and he'll yelp and jump up, and he'll be holding his leg up on his, it's the same, it's always the right rear leg, and he'll hold it up and he'll kind of hop on
Yeah.
around like on the three legs for a minute.
So what is it? How is he on just sitting?
He does not sit well.
Okay.
He does okay on sitting, but he physically sometimes does not sit well, and it's very. He just his legs they splay out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to get you upset.
It's
I'm
okay.
just wondering. Yeah.
Well, see, I thought that it was just a lab thing, and that's how labs just do as far as the sitting.
You're right.
But then it's getting worse, and he's spreading his legs out
Yeah.
worse, and he just looks at me like, "Fix it, mom."
Yeah.
So this last time, I was at a meeting with a girlfriend, and he did the yelp and jump up thing, and he
Yeah.
didn't want to go back down. So I'm like, okay, fine, you don't have to go back down, and I'll just let him just do his thing, and he could decide whenever he went back down.
Right.
So he actually wound up standing for the rest of the meeting. He didn't want to go back down, but then when I put him in the car, he had trouble getting in the car, and so like his legs caught. I've got a picture of him sitting. It's not like his worst picture or anything, but I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah, I do see that. Yeah.
Yeah, his legs are out. And
Mhm.
there's some there. I mean, that's like not his worst or anything. But anyhow, when he went to get in the car, he had a lot of trouble getting in the car, and like he had to jump 2 or 3 times, and it was like his back legs just didn't want to give him that oomph power. And so I called the vet, took him in. She did some X-rays, and then she sent us to the orthopedic vet. And the orthopedic vet, he's the one who. Hey, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in. Hey, Daniel, welcome,
Yeah.
welcome. So she sent us to the orthopedic vet. The orthopedic vet looked at him, looked at all of his X-rays, and like he doesn't do that weird sitting thing all the time, but in the ortho vet's office that day he did. So she's like, okay, I see what you mean. I see what's going on. No, this is not normal. And so she wants us in an ideal world, if we had the money, he would go for an MRI and see a neurosurgeon.
Yeah.
But I don't have that kind of money. They're saying that she said that the MRI at UT usually runs around $2,000 or more. And I'm
Wow.
like, I can't do $2,000 plus whatever the neurologist charges. So what we're doing is we're doing crate rest. So he's spending most of his time in the crate or in the bed. She said I could put him in a small room that didn't have furniture he could jump on as long as we watched him and like we were in the room with him. So that's how he was in here a few minutes ago, and then a few minutes at the early part of the hour, and then he's in his kennel now. Hubby, after a minute, came and got him. So we're doing that, and the crate rest we hope will help and let his back legs heal some because he's hurting. As she said, when she did the exam on him, she said she was pushing around on his hind legs, and she said it was obvious that he was hurting. Spoke very, very well of him. She's like, in some dogs, she said that they have to do a muzzle, and she said with him, that's not even a consideration because she said that he let them know it hurt, but he never like tried to act out for staff or
Right.
anything.
Mm.
She said he just ducked his head down and let her finish the exam that she had to do. And
Yeah. Well,
so the
so
crate
what is it?
rest, he's on Neurontin, he's on a sedative because
Yeah.
he really wants out of his crate sometimes.
Right.
you know, and Pipsy's a service dog, so they're used to manipulating things with their paws. And it is just a matter of time before he lets himself out of his crate. Because I went in and he kept hitting the slider bar with his paw
Oh,
because I heard the rattling, and he was
yeah.
hitting it with his paw. And I'm like, oh, please don't learn how to do this. Um,
Yeah.
so they
Well,
are after the crate training and the meds, supposed to do this for 6 weeks. Um, he goes back to the doctor, the ortho,
mhm,
and see how he is. Um, if he's still having the pain, like she figures he's going to, she
mhm.
said that the next step would be shockwave therapy, and that's $800. Uh,
Wow.
and it's like 165 to see her. It's like $800 for the shockwave therapy, but
Yeah.
the shockwave won't fix the problem. What would fix the problem would be the neurosurgeon, because what she thinks is happening is his spine. She said he's probably got spinal stenosis and it's pressing on a nerve, and that's causing his legs to go weak. And she said that really, for a long term fix, it would have to be a neurosurgeon.
Yeah.
Um, and the ironic thing, okay, this whole grand ironic thing is I have foot drop because I have spinal stenosis because I had a herniated disc that put too much pressure
Yeah.
on a nerve. And when they went in to fix that, they said that's when they said that I have spinal stenosis. And
Right.
that's why that's like, so I have this dog that's basically got the same problem I do. So
Right. I get no, I get it because my other Chihuahua had the what she had? Oh, she had the terrible dust allergies like I've got, and we had to give her not the pills or the gel caps, but the capsules with the little tiny beads in it. She had to take a little 7 pound Chihuahua taking a Benadryl every day for 11 years. The poor
oh,
thing. If she didn't, she would get the runny eyes and sleep in. Yeah, so my dog
yeah.
had allergies like I did. I get that. But
Isn't it crazy?
it,
So yeah, so we're just
what about tears? Will they give you another service dog or no?
it's doubtful. I hope I can work something out with him, because after I get over this hurdle with him, that's the thing. I've got to do something about getting another dog. And people are like, well, what's a dog going to do for you that like a walking stick won't do for you? And
I don't want to hear
the
that.
list is so long, and I'm probably actually going to do a video on that. I don't know if it'll be on
Yeah,
TikTok or what, but
exactly. Yeah, but that's
there there's a million different things.
yeah.
So yeah, but the big thing is we got to get him fixed first.
Well, you know what? It's the same thing with people with walkers. People think walkers will hold you up. No, they help you just coordinate yourself so that you can continue to walk. My husband fell so many times with his walker, and it wasn't like he tripped over. He would fall back, and his leg would go, and then he would end up pulling the walker on top of it. And that's what my pain manager does. Is walkers do not keep your balance; they only help you continue to be able to walk. But then if you're going to fall, you can still fall, and then you can end up pulling your walker on top of yourself. So,
That
uh,
makes sense.
yeah, but
So
but
yeah, so I'm
it's,
just like, I don't know which ends up. I really don't,
yeah.
because
Well,
it's
can I
like,
just say one thing to you, and then I've got to take care. Okay, to me, and this is just my opinion, Gail. But don't you think that Chair should have known he had spine issues when he was younger? I think you should.
No, not necessarily.
Really?
Um,
Okay.
there's a couple of scenarios where, like, if he had, complete hip dysplasia, yes,
Yeah.
they might have the program might have needed to know that, but with spinal stenosis, not necessarily, because
Okay.
that's something that and some hip problems don't show up until the dog is older.
Well, you know
So
what? That's why
this,
the vet that I go to, she will not clear a dog because she does a lot of service dog, you know, uh, assessments. She won't clear a dog for um, having mobility until they are at least um, 2 years old. Because remember, I was telling you about that their growth plates are still developing until then, and getting spayed or neutered really young can cause damage to the growth plates. The hormones are what make your growth plates help you grow, and so it basically will stunt the growth of their.
and see, I asked the orthopedic about that if that could be a factor, and she said no, not for this.
Okay,
So
okay.
so
Well,
yeah.
I'm so sorry that you have
So
to deal with this.
it's just I've got to and see, we don't know if the insurance is going to cover anything or not. And people are
Yeah,
like, why don't you do a GoFundMe? And that's, I mean, the GoFundMe is not a bad idea, but I don't know, like, how much money do I need to raise on a GoFundMe? Because if the insurance kicks in, then I've got an $800 deductible and then 20% co-insurance. Does this sound like human insurance or what? Right?
yeah.
Um, so I'll have that, but if it doesn't kick in, then I've got the $800 and so on and so forth. If we and see if I have insurance, if it'll kick in and cover it, I can have the MRI done and he can see the neurosurgeon.
Man.
So, but yeah, so I don't know.
And then that doesn't help you get the new service dog either.
No, so I have
Yeah,
that. And so his career as a mobility service dog, the vet was like, it ends now.
yeah.
No more balancing, no more bracing, nothing like that. She said all of that ends right now.
Okay.
And he will always be a service dog because he alerts for blood sugar
Right,
and things like that. He can and will retrieve because that's just a dog's
you're right.
instinct. So
Yeah,
as far as that goes, he's always going to be a service dog. He just
you're right.
can't be a mobility dog.
Yeah.
But I needed a mobility dog. That's why I
No, I
got him,
know.
with
Yeah.
retrieval being part of that. So yeah, I've got to figure out about getting him over the hurdle, about another dog, about affording
Mhm,
another dog. There's just all these things. And
mhm.
we had planned to go out of town and do a couple of things. One of which was going to be to go see you as
You're
we
right.
went to Cares in Kansas. And I told the vet, I said, we've got this, refresher course coming up in Kansas. And she just like, I'm sorry. So that's off the table. And we
Mhm.
talked about going to the beach, and I'm trying to figure out, we have the trailer. We would either take the van or the trailer. So I'm thinking that John could maybe pick him up and put him in the trailer and, physically do the heavy
Right.
lifting on getting him in and out of the car and stuff. No
You're
gym.
right.
But then maybe he could just stay in his crate, like while we're down to the beach or something. But the thing is, one of the things about him being a service dog is he's always been with me 24/7, unless I
Right.
was
I
in the hospital having
understand.
a test done and then I had a sitter come. So
Mhm.
for him to have to stay in the crate, there's some separation anxiety
No,
there.
I know it, and then that's not good because then they can do all kinds of silly things, chew on their toes and all kinds of stuff. That's
And
why
that's why we've got sedatives in addition to the Neurontin. So
that's why the
it's
doctor
just this
doesn't want.
overwhelming kind of thing, but I
Yeah.
need to get him okay. So
So that's my when she cleared Candy to continue to work. She said, So I said, well, when do you think she should retire? She said, to be honest, don't even think of retiring. Let her decide when.
Let her
She'll let
tell
you
you.
know. She'll like it's like she won't show interest right now. If I don't even get on the scooter. I can still just be in my house coat or pajamas. But if I go there and I put my phone in the basket on my scooter, she's up, and then I'll go into the bathroom to go to the bathroom, and I come out, and she's sitting on the floor of the scooter all ready to go. So she's feeling entertained. I'm ready to go home. Let's go. But if it comes a time where she's in the bed, I said, "Come on, let's go," and she doesn't want to get up, then she's like, hey, I don't feel like going today or whatever. So and to be honest, I mean, I'm not old, I'm not young, and so when that time comes with her, I'll be making short trips anyway. So right now, it's like the other day, we were gone for 4 hours. That includes I went to breakfast, I went to the bank, I went to uh, where I go pick up my prescription at my doctor's office, and so we did a lot in that 4 hour time. But when she gets to that time where she doesn't want to work, I'll make my trips, an hour and a half or 2 hours. So I'm not going to be gone that long. And so, we can talk about maybe giving her, something to, what do you call it? An anti-anxiety medicine. So
Sedative.
she can just sleep for a couple hours while I'm gone. So, yeah. So she's sharing there. I'm not going anywhere without you. She's looking at me now.
Yeah. It's
Like,
hard. Part of what's hard with him is he's two. And like when we were on the mission team, he really liked running around the church and stuff because that's what 2-year-olds dogs
yeah,
do. And yeah, so there's none of that now.
yeah. Well, I'm
So
so sorry
we'll
for
figure it
you.
out. And people keep
Yeah,
asking too, what am I going to do with Pipsy? And when it comes time, I'm probably going to have him until after I get another service dog,
right,
because he can still, once we get over this hurdle, he can still go and get John if I fall, and
you're
he can
right.
still retrieve, and he can still alert. But when I get the next service dog, I'll be rehoming Pipsy, and we
You're right.
have the best environment with my younger daughter. It's going to be like a dog's ideal life. She's got
Okay.
several acres that he can run and play on. He
Yeah.
already knows her. She did a stint at vet school, and so she can
Yeah.
handle not all of his medical, but some of it. He already knows her, and he's got the acres on the farm he can run in. He can play with the baby, but he's got a couple of playmates there too, a couple of other dogs that he
Yeah.
likes. So he is going to be, and she does some therapy dog work with her older dog who's aging,
Mhm.
and so Pipsy can do that.
Right.
So he's going to be living like the dog's best life.
Mhm.
He won't be able to go places with her like he did with me, but
Right.
he'll be able to to stay on the farm and hang out with the other critters.
Yeah,
So
and have a good time exploring. And then the other thing that I was, when you see your vet again, was maybe getting they have dog cots, for them to lay on. Would that be beneficial to him or not?
she
You
doesn't
know,
want him stepping up onto anything.
not even 2 inches.
She said she didn't want him stepping up on anything. And when she said anything, she said, I don't want him stepping up on anything.
So
And
that,
she did like that. So,
but long term,
well,
he,
after that, hopefully he can get back to a little bit more normal. We'll have to see. I don't know, but I'm hoping that the crate rest will really help him a lot. That's the big
yeah,
hope. And then
yeah,
the shockwave treatment, but he may wind up being on Neurontin forever. I don't know, but
yeah. Well, I take your on, so I know what it's like. Yeah.
Yeah, that was not a good medication for me.
Well,
I
yeah,
took it for
everybody
seizures,
knows
and it
it.
was just not good.
Yeah, well, if I didn't have Neurontin, I would be in such pain. I wouldn't even get out of bed. I would just be in like a bull.
Well, I took it for epilepsy. Hey, Women's Station Channel, let me know how
Yeah,
you want me to send that link to you. I sent it by Facebook earlier. I can send it by Facebook again, or however you want, or
yeah.
if you want to come on next week, that's fine.
I
Okay.
know, and I need to get going. So thank you for
Okay.
having me on, Gail.
Well, thank you for
And
coming on.
right, and then thank you for the fun stuff, and thank you for sharing your heart about Pipsy. I know that's really a hard thing to have to do. So
Yeah, it's I just felt like my world kind of imploded. I
yeah,
felt like she would probably say no more mobility work, but I didn't expect it to be like immediate and crate breast him and
yeah,
don't take. And she's like, he can go out to use the bathroom, he can come back in, he can be loose for a few minutes if he's confined to a room with you where you see he's not going to jump on anything. But other than that, she said his service dog days are done
yeah.
as far as mobility work is concerned.
Right, right.
So
All right. Well, thank you, and we have you in our prayers always, Gail.
thank you. You take care and
Okay.
thanks. Give
Yeah,
give Candy a hug for me, okay?
I sure will.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Well, I thought you still did. So Lori, let me type this out to you if I can. Let's see. Oops. Okay, I'm sending it to you now. It should come up a StreamYard link in the subject line. So I just sent it. And a big thank you to Laurel for coming out tonight. I really appreciate that. I didn't realize that you didn't have Facebook, Lori. I've been messaging you over there. Yeah, I did. And, he can be a service dog in everything except what I need him to be a service dog for. I gotta get a drink here. So, yeah, it's hard because he's such a sweet dog. And I've had people saying, oh, well, if you need to rehome him, I'll be glad to take him off your hands. And I'm thinking, yeah, I bet you will. Fully trained service dog. I'm just not gonna. Yeah, he'll go to my daughter. I know that she can take care of his needs and love him to bits, so I don't worry about that. But he's a great dog, and I still think that Cares is a great organization. I got him from Cares in Kansas. For those of you all who don't know, and they just do an amazing job with the dogs. And because he is prison trained, he's used to loud noises. So, like fireworks don't bother him, going through the car wash doesn't bother him, like loud noise just don't bother him. So, whoops, as I knock my microphone here. So, they've done a phenomenal job with him. So, all right, I heard a tone. Let me see. Ah, Lori's here.
Ah, hi.
Hi, Lori.
You just
Lori
believe
at Women's
it.
Station Channel is here. Yay!
I got my hat. This is
You
flower.
do. Oh, it looks good. It looks good.
Thanks.
All right.
I've been here a long time. It's hard for me to make appointments because I never know how I'm going to feel. I have so many things wrong with me. And so I'll just do a couple short family poems.
Sure.
It's like a rated R poetry book. So it's from my book, Finding Passion Through Truth. And it came from singing and songwriting of all my emotions of mine and other people, a lot of women. This one's
Okay, give me just a second, Lori. Let me kind of introduce you and tell people. unless you want
But
to. I mean, you do you better than I do you. Go go ahead. This is Lori from Women's Station Channel. She is a singer. She is a songwriter. She is an author. She is also, her nickname is Amazing. That's the nickname I'm giving you.
oh, yeah.
So now, if you'll tell everybody, fill everybody in.
Okay.
You've written a book.
Yeah, this is about 3 or 4 years of my emotional turmoil of life. I can say that in a women's atmosphere, but honestly, it's professional songwriting, and a lot of times I wrote so many songs, probably over 300 in my singer-songwriter podcast, and I had so many songs I wasn't publishing, but it had a lot of nice story content. And where I took creative writing, I said, why waste it? So I ended up just putting it into a poetry book.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And if you want one, get in touch with Gayle, because I'm giving them out to shelters and maybe people who are victims and can't afford one. So I will do these are ones that are warm and family rated, because they're not all intense, but most of them are. So how lucky I am. I count 1, 2, 3 when I wake up, feeling grateful to see the sun. I look at my pleasurable surroundings. I warn myself before I move, cherish each step I take. Each time I raise my arm, take a drink, one more day. I will plan my time ahead, see how much I can fit. When I start to see black, I'll still be grateful that I can sleep tight in bed. I won't think of this one more day because I'm so tired. I don't know to think of this. How lucky I am, how lucky I am, how lucky I am to be lost in such a beautiful space. Now, I should have mentioned that's when I found that I'm supposed to lose my eyesight. So actually, both of these are from that. It's about the only clean ones I can find. But fortunately, I have demacular, I think it's called degeneration of both my eyes. I found out almost a year ago. Though my eyesight seems to be getting better. So the next one, yes, is Sailing in the Sea. And this one's pretty intense. I was pretty much in tears when I first found out, but I could feel like this presence, kind of standing by me, I suppose you could say. I sit here rocking, though I know you're still with me. I caught a moment when you weren't. I wasn't scared for that time, just lost in a beautiful place, like sailing in the sea. I know now not to be afraid. It comes on so slowly and comfortably. Mother Mary, thank God I believe. This voyage comes so easily. I know all my faith has brought me to this calm place. And when the dark all happens, I'll know I'm in a safe, comfortable place, because I feel it now rocking in my swing with my eyes closed. I'm locked up in this feeling. I'm closed in this thought. I know I'm safe and secure no matter what happens now. It's like sailing in the sea. Just swinging here in my swing, losing my sight, is like sailing in the sea. And Gayle, I feel for you with your dog, because I don't even know where I would be not being able to feel myself around. I mean, and being used to this animal and losing it. I'd have to write a whole nother book of poems. My heart is it just dropped for you,
Thanks. I did feel kind of kicked in the gut.
You changed
because of the, it was the whole, okay, his mobility career ends right now. And not only that, but you have to crate train him. I mean, not crate rest him. He's already crate trained, but I have to crate rest him. No running, no jumping, no playing outdoors. He can chew on his chew toys, and that's about it. No jumping to get in the car. We have to lift him, and no steps, no balancing, no bracing, nothing like that for 6 weeks, and then the shockwave treatment. And so there's losing the service dog. There's all of a sudden all this stuff that we have to do, and there's figuring out how we're going to pay for it, and not being sure that the insurance is going to cover what it needs to cover, or what we hope it covers, because there's always a waiting period on pre-existing conditions, and so we may be in that waiting period. If we're not in the waiting period, you're going to hear me shouting "Hallelujah" from the rooftop.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then on top of all that is how do I get another dog? How do I, because it's like we just did all of this fundraising and everybody helped me, and people were like, I don't have any money, but I'm making a playlist, and I am just running your playlist all day, like while they shop and clean the house and whatnot, just to help with that. And yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah,
And maybe that's why part of your book resonated with me so much, because it's like I could feel it in your pages and in your words.
I was so hoping, a lot of it comes from survivors of abuse, or survivors really of many things. And so I didn't want people to feel alone. If I just read somebody else has been where I'm at, I'm okay, because I feel like I don't have to say that now. This person just did me. Yeah, and I just feel so at peace. So anyway, I will be willing to help someone else that needs to read this. But I really think your insurance is going to cover this, and that Pipsy's going to come through. And if not, Gayle, he's saving your life with a blood sugar alert. I mean, he's still your buddy. He's there for you, though you need mobility help. I mean, at least you got him by your side while you're trying to get another one.
Yeah, and that's why we're not gonna rehome him until after, we get another one.
Right.
And he's going to do great with his rehome situation.
Sure.
It's going to be like the dog's dream. If he has to be rehomed, this would be the perfect situation for him.
Sure.
So obviously, we didn't plan on any of this happening, and he's a great dog. In addition to being a service dog, just like his personality.
Right.
It's just so calm, Now, I do well with calm. I don't do well with excitable, but I do well with calm. So, yeah.
But this is an unusual situation, so something good has to come out of this, really. I mean, it has to.
Yeah, thanks. I hope so. And we'll just have to see how it all comes down. I'll know what the insurance is going to cover, hopefully by the end of the week, because if they pay this claim, that's going to tell me a lot. And they said that it can take 10 working days to process a claim.
Okay.
And then I found this grant. It's a really long shot on the grant, so I'm not really holding my breath on that. But we have this grant possibility. So that will help his medicals if we get that grant. So it's like, if we get the grant and his insurance covers, I'll be home free.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, I don't get the grant, I don't get the insurance to cover it, and we pay, out of pocket, which I'll have to do a bake sale or something.
Yeah, or maybe people here.
Jewelry sale. I'll do another jewelry sale.
We'll give you some money. Yeah, you're really good at raising. That's for sure. I mean, you work hard, that, but you needed to rest. You did so much of that. I know.
Yeah.
All right, honey. Well, let's hope that
Thanks. Last of a Writer's Creed just came in. Hey, Last of a Writer's Creed.
You had a lot.
Are you familiar with his channel?
No, I don't know this channel. No.
You should check out Last of a Writer's Creed, because Last of a Writer's Creed, she is a published poet. She's got a new book out that she just did, and she just read a selection. And Last of a Writer's Creed, you're just gonna you have to check him out.
Okay, I will check him out.
Because you're going to be impressed with some of the stuff that he does too.
Well, I like the peace and blessings here, what we're talking about. When a guy talks that women, when they're expressing themselves, that's a plus right there. So I will go check him out.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for coming in. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. It's been fun. And we'll see you again on Saturday at 7. It won't be, crazy hat day. I'll have to think of something else. Somebody already suggested I do a tea party one day, that we could all get dressed up and have a tea party.
I love it.
I will have to have other people online with me for that. Yes. Okay. But but his when you go to look him up, it's Last of a Writer's Creed and Deep Entropy. You might have to find him like that. DEEP.
Well, I'll just go back
and ENTROPY, I think.
Okay.
But yeah. He's also a poet and screenwriter and stuff. You're going to love it.
Oh, another screenwriter.
So, yeah.
I'll ever get out there. I've given up on it.
Okay. No, don't give up. Don't give up.
Tired, I pee every time.
We were on CNN at about the same time period, so don't give up. If that happens, who knows what, Okay. So, all right. Well, you all take care. Thank you again so much for coming out. Thank you, Lori. Anything else you want to say before you go?
No, just give Gail all her love. She's a loving soul, and she makes you feel warm.
Thank
So
you.
she's the warm center.
Okay. Well, y'all take care. Have a great week. I'm still dealing with the Alaska stuff, so I am here, but everything you're going to see for the next few weeks is me catching up on footage from Alaska. Okay. All right. So y'all take care. I will see you on videos this week, and I will see you on Saturday at 7. So good night, everybody. Good night.